Hi Geminis, welcome to Golden Truth Tarot. Now let's get started with your September reading. The first week of September, the energy is going to be very fiery, very intense. I see you feeling angry, feeling upset. There's jealousy, possessiveness, fights. They're going to erupt out of nowhere. It's going to seem like it, and a lot of unexpected changes, but this has been brewing and been accumulating. All this tensity, all this anger has been accumulating from July 7th when Uranus entered your sign, and it's been with you Geminis all the way until September 6th, where Uranus now goes in retrograde. And during this time you have been more rebellious towards others, you have been more outspoken, you have been more firmly about standing your ground, about your feelings, how you think, not caring so much what other people want or what other people think, wanted to be more independent. And that has ruffled some feathers. Some people don't like this new version of you. And once September 6th, Uranus goes on retrograde and you start to slow down, that's when others are going to react. We also have a full moon eclipse happening on September 7th, and you're going to feel that full moon eclipse energy 2-3 days prior and 2-3 days after the full moon. It's in the sign of Pisces, which is another mutable sign like you are. Very emotional energy, very spiritual as well. Whatever changes are going to happen during the first week, this was meant to happen. It was fated. Everything that happens during eclipses is major changes. It means that it wasn't built on solid foundation, so it had to change. You had to start fresh. You were unhappy, the other person was unhappy, whatever the situation is for you specifically. For some of you Geminis, it can be you feeling unhappy with your landlord, the house you're renting or the apartment you're renting. There's problems in the house, the apartment. You've been complaining multiple times. They haven't done the changes that they need to do, or fixing the problems that they need to fix, and now you finally have a moment where you explode, they explode, you have a discussion or a fight, and you decide to start looking for a new apartment. For some, it can be you having a disagreement at work where there has been many times where you have felt that you were treated unfairly. And finally it gets to this point where everything comes to the surface. For some Geminis, it can affect you in your love life. If you are in a relationship where you felt like you have not been heard, or you haven't been free, or you haven't been loved and respected enough. For others, it can be a situation that has to do with friends or acquaintances or people that you work with or that you share a business with. Whatever this is for you particularly, this is the time that the number one thing that you're looking for is peace. You want peace, you want to live happy, you want you don't want stress. Even if something can bring you other positive things, if it's causing your mental health, you don't want it. You want to give it up. You want less, but peace, tranquility, calm. And that's why from the Oracle of Healing, the message for you is hydrate. Is so important to hydrate. Figuratively speaking, you have to reduce that fire, that anger, with water. So balancing that energy of fire with water. For Geminis, it can also represent for females to increase your feminine energy. If you have been feeling more masculine, or operating in that fight or flight mode and survival, increasing your feminine energy, hydrating more, spending time near a body of water, ocean, lake, sea, river. It's going to help you relax, and also to speak into the water. Put your frequency, your affirmations, your vibrations into the water before you drink it. So say affirmations like I'm happy, I'm safe, I'm grateful, I'm blessed, I'm abundant. This way you're charging that water, and once you ingest the water, that positive energy, that frequency goes into your cells, and it helps you heal, it helps you relax, it helps you feel calm. Or I'm drinking this water and my body's healthy, my mind is healthy. Speak into the water every time you drink. That is going to help you, because there have been many experiments done to see that the power of our word, the frequency in the water, changes the molecular structure of the water, and it's going to affect you directly on your cells. And I do see in the second week, right after all the intense energy of the full moon eclipse in Pisces, you're going to make a change, Geminis, moving into a place where you feel more calm, when you feel more relaxed. This can be, as I said, you moving from where you live to finding a different place to live, you looking for a new job opportunity, you looking for another relationship, or even just staying with yourself. You just want to be more relaxed and more in peace. Also, the number here, the number 33, it's very important. 33 is a master number, and this, what's happening in the first and the second week, it's helping you to reach that level of mastery in your consciousness, to teach you a very important lesson in your life. And if your life path number is 33, it's very easy to calculate. Just add up all the numbers of your birthdays, single digits, the date you were born, month and year. And if your number is 33, that's your number, and September is going to be a very, very important month for you. Or if your number is 6, if you are a life path 6 or a life path 33, then this message is specifically for you. So you're making that change, you're moving, you're feeling more relaxed, more peaceful, you're in a better place. But in the third week, this is a time for you to think practically about your career, about your future, to make a change, Geminis, because I see that a lot of you have been used to a lifestyle that you can't afford by yourself. I see that you have been spending more money than you can, and now is the time for you to think long term. So if you don't have a specific career, or this is a time for you to go back to school, this is a time for you to take classes, this is the time for you to take training, anything you can do to help you financially, this is a time to do so. Especially for those Geminis who have been applying for jobs, and you see that the lack of education, it's hurting you financially, then you have to think about long term, plan something, invest into your skills, invest in your education. That is going to help you earn more, and it's also going to help you feel more accomplished yourself. Now, the last week, it's a week where this is the aftermath of everything. Some people might look at you and not agree with how you have handled and managed the first week. The energy of the Tower can indicate fights, things getting aggressive, even physical. And that is going to create gossip around you. That is going to create situations where some people might judge you harshly. They might think, oh, you should have handled that better. You should have been more patient. There's always a different way to do things. The most important thing at this time is for you to analyze everything that happened, learn from that experience, because this is a major shift in your life. This is one of those big life lessons, and to not judge yourself. You're going to manage everything the best you can based on your current level of awareness, based on the knowledge that you have, based on how traumatic and how difficult this is for you specifically, because it can be different things for different Geminis. For some, it might be something that it's easy to manage. For some, it can be something that it has been causing you a lot of pain and stress for a long time. So give yourself grace. Remember that you are doing your best. Try to stay calm. Try to learn from this. And from this point, the end of September, because you have a lot of Virgo energy. We have a lot of Virgo in the new eclipse, the new moon eclipse on the 21st of September in the sign of Virgo. That is also going to bring a lot of focus and awareness towards lifestyle and work and what you do for a living and how you serve others and how you serve the community. There's also Mercury is going to be in Virgo, which is your ruling planet. That's going to make you think more during this month, analyze yourself more. Sometimes it can make you pick yourself apart and be very critical of yourself, very judgmental of yourself, thinking all the different things that you could have done differently. Just go with the flow. Whatever happens, leave it in the past. Try to prepare. If you resonate with this message, try to prepare before something happens. If you have seen things throughout the month of July and August, how people have been reacting to the different ways that you have changed, prepare yourself, manage it the best you can, and by the end of the month, just try to relax, try to absorb this new chapter where you are, and everything, it's going to go in the right direction. It's going to work out the best for you. Okay, Gemini, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a like, a comment. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And I see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.